Carly, it's great to see you in the fall. The last time I saw you, it was summertime. You were here at the, I want to say Molson Canadian Amphitheater. I can't say that anymore. Budweiser. Yeah. You were performing over there. And of course, Dean Brody, Tim Hicks, you're part of this whole group of great country artists. How did it feel being out there on that stage and Canadian fans being able to sing those songs back to you that you had just recorded?
It was amazing. I feel like I haven't spent very much time in Canada yet, but it's just been amazing to see already the connection that people are making with my music.
Yeah, well, there was another connection going on because I was there yesterday. You did a private show here in Toronto, and you kept saying over and over again how this was the best stop for you so far because of that connection with the fans. Were you surprised that, the outpouring of love that they have for you and loving your music and the fact that they can relate to you so well?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I feel like the album's only been out for 6 days and 5 days at that point, and I get out on stage and they know every single word to every single song, and I'm a lot of miles away from home, and it's just crazy to see that it's already translating like that.
Every little thing. I mean, it's translating into something even more with you because you're becoming this next big star. Because you're really a mix of your new school, but you have a strong old school flavor, don't you?
Oh, yes. You're my new favorite person. Yeah, I grew up loving the 90s and the early 2000s, and I hope that when people listen to me, they have a little bit of that throwback in there.
Yeah, but that throwback kind of got thrown into your face. Dolly Parton, you got a chance to meet.
Oh, my gosh. I met her at the Today Show. We were both there at the same time, and I feel like it was totally meant to be, and all of my Dollywood dreams came true.
Did she give you any advice, or what did she say to you when you walked up and you met her?
We had a very quick moment, but she called me her little Dollywood girl, so my life is made.
I wish I was called a Dollywood girl. Oh, it would be made also. But like I said, you have a chance to really make a strong impression in country music. I want to talk a little bit about originally, again, where you're from, and you talked about the love of country music and the old school stars that really helped influence you.
Yeah, I'm originally from Kentucky and grew up singing bluegrass and fell in love with Allison Krauss and a lot of the bluegrass voices. Sonia Isaacs, she's a bluegrass gospel singer, and then I found my way to Shania and Trisha and Faith, and just fell in love with that era of music and knew that I wanted to make country music, and am still inspired today by all my peers and people like Casey and Marin and Kelsey.
But the thing is, though, damn, you can't sing. Where did that vocal, do I call it vocal training, or I just say just a gift from God that just came down and blessed you?
I've not really had vocal training, so I would say the country music no, really though, God probably would definitely say that he gifted me with a voice because I, from a very young age, feel like it was all part of his plan.
Well, part of your plan, though, was to be in this industry. What were some of the steps that you took before getting that record deal?
I worked at Dollywood as a 16-year-old. I moved to Nashville. I worked all kinds of odd-end jobs. I was a backup singer for Pretty Little Liars star Lucy Hale. I was a duet partner with Texas-based band Josh Abbott Band. I drove a van all through the night multiple times with a trailer in the back, hauling my band's equipment. I've done it all.
It sounds like it. And, it just kind of went over my head. You just said you worked at Dollywood, and then finally you get to meet the boss?
Yeah, I worked at Dollywood. I convinced my dad to let me quit high school when I was 16. So it was a very full circle moment for me to play on the Today Show, debuting my album, and then there's Dolly Parton.
Oh, man. You know what? It was meant to happen. Just like this music was meant to happen. When you finally did get your record deal, what were some of the steps that you wanted to take so that you could establish yourself not just as a country artist, but somebody who can make a difference in country music?
I think that my age now as a 27-year-old woman instead of a 19-year-old girl when I thought I should get it is a blessing and an asset. And I had a vision for the album and a vision for the lane that I was trying to carve out, and was lucky enough to find a record label home with Big Machine and Scott Borchetta, who really, really wanted me to do that and helped me do it and believed in what I wanted to do. And I think that that's 100% why.
Your stories, personal, heartbreaks, movement, inspiration. Talk a little bit about some of the songs that are on the album because you did talk about it yesterday, and right down to how wine influenced your life, the whole bit.
Yeah, I'm just telling my stories and hoping that people are connecting. The everyday girl, everyday woman. There are songs for everybody on the album, from Doing It Right that I wrote with one of my girlfriends about guys who broke our hearts and made us mad, and we drank wine and wrote about them. And from that song to Every Little Thing that was a real heartbreak, to Honeysuckle that's just that reminiscent kind of relationship that you maybe miss from your high school days, or I Need a Ride Home, just how much I love Kentucky and miss sitting with my grandparents, to Careless that was written over Panera about dumb boys. There's something for everybody.
Every Little Thing, though, you talked about that this was a serious breakup that you had with a boyfriend. But I love the fact when you talked to the audience about it, you said something that if you ever ran into him, you would actually say something to him.
Thank you for the song.
That really has, like I said, that song in particular really has I want to say the right word, really connected with people, whether it be women or men.
I think everybody's experienced loss in some capacity, or they know somebody who has. And I think when you write and are willing to express yourself in a very vulnerable light, people can connect to it.
Well, it's definitely doing that. You're going to be, I'm not sure, are you on tour or going on tour with a certain big artist?
We just had our first date on the tour last week, and I start back up in a few days with Brett Young on the Caliville tour. So we are going to be kind of everywhere starting on Saturday through December.
Oh my goodness. When you heard about this, that you were going to be hooking up on this type of tour, you must have been thrilled.
So excited. Brett and I have been friends for a really long time, and we've played a lot of shows together around Nashville before either one of us had songs on the radio. So it's really awesome. You're going to see a collaboration between the two of us that'll be awesome too. And I'm just really proud of what he's done and excited that he's letting me tag along.
Is it going to be tough though? I mean, doing the tour and also promoting this album, because we're in the coming up to the Christmas season, Thanksgiving and Christmas season, and this is where people are all going out there looking for new music and stuff. Is it going to be tough doing both?
I just drink a lot of coffee, and then I switch and transition to a lot of wine.
Yeah, red wine. Got to remember.
Only red.
Absolutely. What do you want to tell people who hopefully are going to be able to follow their own dreams? Because you've done it, from the ground up, and it's such a great thing that you're doing right now. Can you give people advice who may be sitting there in the dark going, I don't know if I can do this? What would you say to them?
I think that if you work hard, believe 100% in yourself, if you know anything about me, or if you care to listen about anything, I don't care if you listen to my music, read my story and see that you can be told no a million times over. Be passed on if you're a musician, or you can apply this to any kind of dream, but the very song that changed my life was one that people passed on. And that is just a testament of, if you believe and you work hard and you chase down your dreams, you can do it.
Social media, website, Twitter, all that stuff, where do we go to follow?
At Carly Pearce.
Carly, love you to death. Congratulations on the music. And to the guy who passed you by, I'm going to say the same thing too. Buddy, thank you so much. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.